turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
Anytime you see an injustice happening, like, and you don't say anything, you don't speak up, you're okay with it, I feel like it kind of gives people, or those people, a pass to do the same shit to you.
But everybody ain't built to speak up. And I'll give you a perfect example, and they've been hitting DJ Khaled forever, like, you're not speaking on Palestine or anything like that. And people like, he's in a position to do it, but he made it perfectly clear, if I speak on this certain thing, it's going to destroy my band, and I'm destroy my brand, or whatever, with the corporations and the people that he worked with.
Right, so he's talking about financial benefits.
Everybody, I'll tell you this. I go on interviews, people, right, and they always ask me about Dave Chappelle, like, what makes him the greatest, what makes him the GOAT or whatever. And I tell people, I say, I think I'm great, but I haven't had what I call a Muhammad Ali moment. And when I call a Muhammad Ali moment, it's a moment when you you're dealing with your integrity, what you stand for, and you're gonna do something that's probably gonna lose you money, lose you a lot of stuff. And you say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Everybody not built for that. Everybody, like, you built for it. You built for that. The way you even set up in it.
Don't give too much credit.
No, I'm telling you, the way he stood, he's like, nah, fuck that. You built for that.
My mother done told me plenty of times I put myself in the middle of situations that I really shouldn't. And I could lose my life like that. But if I see something happening, if I see a man attacking a woman, if I see just some bullshit happening, bro, like there's something in me that I can't just stand by and be like, well, let me just
mind my business.
My business.
I can't.
I feel like it is my business.
But some people aren't built like that.
Right.
Some people like this. Before I care about the world, I'm gonna care about my family first. And there's people. I don't think those people are bad people. Everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not a revolutionary. Everybody's not a person that's going to start a march or whatever.
That's the truth. But somebody once said, after like Nazi Germany, one of the Germans came out. He said, I watched a third of the people slaughter a third of the people while a third of the people watched. What third is you gonna be? Stand up somewhere.
But it's easy. See, so you can't have an expectation without preparation, right? So,
this nigga rhymes a lot, son. This nigga got bars.
You ain't never heard this nigga
I have, son. Me and you did numbers, nigga. I know exactly who this nigga listen. Go ahead, this nigga had.
Well, you got a lot of niggas.
This nigga here, buddy.
Brother. You gotta say brother.
Calm down, go ahead.
Brother.
Just say brother. Just say brother.
Yeah.
Brother for another, right? So I think you can't have an expectation without a preparation. And the problem is, we don't have a vested interest in America because we don't have institutions. We don't have our own institutions, right? So, and I agree with you, right? Like, and both of you guys, right? Like, everybody's not built to have the Ali moment, right? And if not us, then who? If not now, when, right? But and I lean more towards that, right? But the bottom line is
we not ready.
No, I think there's we're not ready, but we're ready. So it's kind of like, right, that balance, right? But that Khalid Muhammad died broke. Malcolm X died broke. They desecrated his whole family to the grandsons, to the right. Right? Martin Luther King, we know the story, right? So we don't typically protect our leadership or our revolutionaries, right? They hated Pac, right? And they hated Muhammad Ali, right? And then he died. He's the greatest. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Right. So I think.
But when you say they hated, you mean not our community, not black people hated him. Who hated him? White people.
Yeah, blacks too. Like Ali got a lot of pushback.
I don't know too many stories of that.
No. He didn't get a lot of, and I'm talking about the middle class, the house niggas, the coons, so to say, right? Like he didn't, it wasn't, he didn't, that moment wasn't what we seen, right, in real time. Right. He was fucked. He was like
we saw the aftermath.
Yeah, like we sensationalized the comeback, the end, right? But in that moment, in that time where losing the deals, losing the money, getting death threats, right, going through all that, and I'm built for the Ali moment, right? And I've had several, right? But what I would like to see more of is us shifting gears, having a mindset, talking about ownership, right? And having the courage to finally build the institutions so we can have the backup for the leadership that emerges.
But with our situation is like, it's always somebody who's gonna speak up on stuff. It's always somebody who's gonna be that leader. But when you hear it all the time, the crab in the bucket situation.
For sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'd say one thing I know is about our community. People say what I want. The more you coming up and you doing the right thing, it's gonna be more, I don't wanna say niggas, I'll say brothers that wanna bring you down.
Right.
And they don't wanna step up to the level you are, and they rather talk shit about you, bring you down, than to try to put themselves up and be in the same position as you are.
Because you gotta think, white people are focused on what? Protecting the white power structure, right? So
white people are focused on making money together. Them white people can hate each other and still come together to make money. I give you a perfect example. Even with this podcast scene, right? We got brothers that got pretty dope podcasts, whatever. Ain't nobody saying they don't have a system where come here, fuck with me, this gonna blow you up, fuck with me, this gonna blow you up. When I first started before I did my podcast, I did Joe Rogan podcast, right? And he was like, I was telling myself, I said, I want to spend more time with my son. I got a young son. I said, I don't want to be on the road too much. I said, so now I might have to allow me to reintroduce myself to Hollywood, try to find some more work in Hollywood.
Right.
And I said, I don't want to be on the road that much. And Joe said, just start a podcast. At that time, I didn't know the money that was in podcasts. And I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna make no money with that podcast. Then I Googled that nigga net worth. I was like, yeah, let's talk about that podcast you were talking about, right?
Right, 100 million.
But my frustration was, I was just getting into the whole YouTube thing. At that time, I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I had this dude was helping me with my social media, whatever, then we had beef. And he shut down I had to start from zero. So I was frustrated because I know the grind of starting with 1 to 5,000. I had some rhythm going. And he shut my shit down. I said, Joe, man, I'm starting with 0 subscribers. I said, how do I get the boost? He made it sound so simple. He said, it's easy, Donna. He said, you do a podcast, just do it on the phone or whatever, do a podcast. I will post it, I'll put it on my platforms, right? You'll get heat off of that, and then you just do the rounds. And everything he said was true, but the point I'm making is they have a system. And it doesn't matter that, if it's the most talented people, when they say you on a team, they got a system where they're making stars. That show Tony Hinchcliffe has called Kill Tony, right? It's one of the biggest comedy shows on YouTube right now. And this guys that are getting careers off of that, he got what he think called the bucket pull. You get a minute, they pull your name out of a bucket, you get a minute off of that, you get a minute to tell jokes, then a panel critiques you and all that type of stuff, right? I'll give you an example how powerful that show is. This white dude created this one of the biggest, going to be big, one of the biggest stars in comedy, this young black kid from Orlando, Florida called Cam Patterson. Cam, right?
SNL.
You know why, let me tell you something. You know why you can easily say Cam in SNL? It is Cam SNL, but it's Cam Kill Tony. These white boys have built a platform where they can make stars.
Yeah, but
we don't do that.
But listen,
no, wait, time out. 2 point, wait. First of all, that nigga said I like rocks.
First of all, I want to say shout out to the Math Hoffa open mic show.
Hilarious.
Shout out to the Math Hoffa open mic show. I think that
Where is the system? You say, hold up. Where is the system where once you get in this crew, in this unit, you're gonna make the rounds and your numbers gonna pop up like that?
Let me help y'all from before all of that. Here's your problem. Here's where everybody's missing, right? There has been no people historically that has talked their way out of oppression. So if you niggas don't think that we still at slavery, y'all bugging. That's the first point, right? So as for your point, wait, hold on. I'm gonna keep going. Wait a minute. We have built institutions. They all under rivers right now, all under nice lakes. Lakes Lanier, Central Park. There was a Tulsa, Oklahoma. They don't teach our history, all right? There have been plenty of black massacres. All behind, we done built some institutions. We done built some Barry Gordy and the Motown niggas built a publishing joint, pressed their own records. They burnt them niggas shit to the ground. We have built our institutions.
Listen, what I'm saying is, right?
We did that.
Do you feel like...
But when have you niggas fought? So when y'all niggas got leaders, Dr. King wasn't a fighter. Malcolm X was a revolutionary. He said, we will fight if y'all fight us. Niggas ain't never fight back.
When you say, first of all, we're in 2025 right now. We're in 2025 right now. You don't feel like there's enough of people in the culture.
Economic, religious, medical. I can name 20 different type of ways that they beat us to the ground daily. Beyond microaggressions. I'm talking at the largest levels.
So,
but instead of us helping each other, instead of us helping each other, my thing is this: it's always a competition. When I could throw you a bone and look out for you, I'd rather be like this. Oh, you think you gonna get these numbers? I'm doing this.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
that's
is,
two niggas in Candyland.
Where is the collective? Where is the collective?
That's where,
and that's the problem. That's an issue that I have with so many people throughout this podcast. You came on the podcast before. It was doing numbers. Pretty popular. Very, 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 very popular.
It was doing different locations too.
Yeah, different location. We was uptown. Within that space, I could not predict the success that came with it. Now, walking into the success, I sat with other podcasters. I befriended these guys and asked them for advice. And there were times that, the biggest names that you would see in hip-hop podcasting would look at me and say, you got to figure it out for yourself. I can't help you. And I'd be like, what type of shit is this?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I realized the people I was trying to befriend saw me as competition the whole time.
But when they say you got to figure out, it's interesting because I get a lot of people that come, people that want to start comedy, right?
Right.
And they say, do you got any advice for a young comic that's coming up? I was like, don't ask for advice.
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.